Pinpoint asteroids in orbit, then hurl y'all thousands of miles an hour towards it.
You gonna come in chat, B-Ball, and clock on?
Yeah, we're only talking crap.
Do I have to?
Do I have to? Hey, B-Ball.
I'm looking at the lunar lander right now.
Oh God! Wow, I suppose.
What, through a telescope?
To
On the moon?
watch,
No, not through a telescope.
Damn.
Look at my stream real quick. I'll show you what I'm looking at.
Hold on. Hold on. Damn. Okay. I like watching a good movie at times. What have we got?
So you see the moon, right?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Watch this.
That's a bit trippy.
That's cool,
Crazy. Is that a game you're playing or some
Yeah,
sort of
this is
program?
Space Engine.
Oh, okay.
That reminds me of New Zealand. When you go just off the east coast of Australia and you're on Google Maps, you can't see fucking anything out there. You gotta like zoom in and then zoom in and then zoom in and zoom in and zoom in. It's just a tiny sliver of a fucking bit of land in New Zealand.
Yeah, I didn't know that they actually added they added the landers in here. I was just checking them out.
Is there a reflector there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think they went into that much of detail.
Yeah.
They just put them in the right locations. What we were told where they landed on the moon.
It's good to see that they wrapped it with gold tin foil just to make it look realistic. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Let's see, where's Apollo 16?
Do your workmates, B-Ball, know where you hang out with your pastime?
Some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they
some
still
of them.
talk to you?
Of course they do.
Oh, good.
You haven't been taken away to the brig yet.
No.
Do any of your superior officers know?
Superior? Well, yeah, some of them do. I say, yeah, I talk to people who think the Earth is flat. It's like, really? People actually believe that? I'm like, yeah, there's people. Some people still do. I'm like, that's crazy.
Still people that believe in evolution and stuff too. Do you tell all your superiors that?
No, we don't talk about evolution.
Virology and okay.
No, I don't get into evolution stuff.
Sure.
What do you think would happen if you said you were a flat earther? You think you'd get like a dishonorable discharge or something?
No, they just think I was crazy. They'd be like, you see that VSAT outside? What's it pointed at?
You wouldn't be the first crazy one in the forces, B-Ball, that's for sure.
Yeah. All the pilots know.
The best of the best do.
Yes. Maybe that's why they use them as test pilots, right? Send another one out. He knows too much.
Let's go back to Earth.
I was I was spinning out when Kosho was saying they use sextants to navigate their way to the moon. I was trying to.
I think to be fair, he said celestial navigation. I don't think he said a sextant, but anyway.
and then fine.
Still pretty
whatever.
funny.
What?
I heard
Oh,
they used the
oh,
sextant. I don't know how
oh,
they got a horizon, but I thought they did use the sextant. I thought that was among
Oh
the.
Jesus, here we go.
Oh,
well,
Is that not the
talk
case?
about talk about the third shift clocking on. How you going, riding?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Gonna be like that, is it? One of those ones.
Her co-show just checked out, and we were just wondering who was going to check in. And it turns out it's you
Yeah,
and B-ball.
and B-ball, exactly.
well, if you look at my
Oh,
if you're looking at my screen, this is a pretty accurate model.
and B-ball, I want to say props to you. A couple of weeks ago for I didn't get a chance to say, but for apologising the way you did too. So props to you, man.
Apologizing for
I think there was something between you
oh
and
me and Rakia. Yeah.
yeah. Props, man.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You see 24-hour sun?
Not from the South Pole, you can't.
Sure you can. Watch this.
No.
Watch this.
Okay, well, hold on.
You reckon no 24-hour sun in this? What makes you think that when there's videos of people saying they've got that? That's a very interesting position.
Well, there's 24-hour daylight. I'll give that to you, Riding. Boom.
Okay, so what do you think of the guys who are like, here's my own uploaded video of the sun going around?
Oh, shit. Oops, too fast.
If it's an unedited 24-hour shot of the sun going, that's fantastic. I just haven't seen that yet, like the North Pole.
Yeah.
Personally.
Oh, they're all
it sets it up on a tracking camera. I mean, I'm sure
they're
there's
all
reasons why they're
unedited.
not legit, but
What about the time-lapsed one?
yeah, I mean, you're not going to actually legitimately expect somebody to upload 12 hours when they could speed it up and get a better effect.
Well, do you know? You know that there's
24 hours.
You know that there's a channel that uploads these like every other day, right?
Is there?
No.
Yeah,
Yes, there is.
but not. Yeah, but
that one.
okay.
I'll post the
Could you
channel right
post the
now.
link? Yeah, please.
I've been posting it. I post it
Here we
all the
go.
time, but yeah, hold on.
You're a
I
compulsive.
look at a few live cams down there, and none of them do that 24 hours. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You've managed to confirm that something doesn't exist. Not that you haven't been able to find it, but you've confirmed that it's
Wait,
non-existent.
no, that's not it. Hold on one second.
My question would be: have they actually tracked the sun for 24 hours? So have they focused on the sun and tracked it for an entire 24-hour length without the sun being
Well,
out
when
of
you
the
see, Bansal, when you see a video, a video and you see the shadows going in circles, yeah.
No, that doesn't mean that there is sun, right? That means there is
What does that
light.
mean?
Well, there is light. There's illumination, but it doesn't mean that you can see
Where on
the
earth
sun
would you
for
see?
24 hours.
Where on
So
earth
you
would you
saying
see shadows going in circles?
You saying the light is not from the sun; it's from something else, Vanessa?
No. When did I say that? No.
Right,
Don't
here's-
put
Well,
words
you
in
are
my mouth.
okay. You're not saying that, but you are hypothesizing. You're saying that it's not conclusive that the shadows being caused by light coming from the sun.
All right, here's that channel.
Okay, then. Put
Is
it
that what you
this way,
said?
Nate. Early in the morning or late at night, when at sunrise or sunset, when you can't see the sun, there is still daylight. All right, and that daylight, right, still makes shadows.
So if you go back, go in this channel and go back to like December, you'll
Hold on,
see
hold
that
on.
a lot of the videos are all like 24-hour sun. Well, 24-hour daylight.
Okay. What if you have that? If you have that for 24 hours,
uploads
man. So, like, if you have 24 hours sunlight, maybe you're not seeing the sun, but the sunlight for 24 hours. Isn't that already?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm posting two things real quick related to this. You know what the coffee cup caustic is? It's really just caustic mathematics. If you Google it or whatever, it's called caustic mathematics. It's has to do with how light refracts within systems. People call it the coffee cup caustic because in a little cup of coffee you can get this same design. In the first image I posted there, up in the upper left, the very upper left shows a caustic grid, which is basically the way that light is refracting within that circular medium. And then it shows a little bronze disc there next to it that kind of shows the pattern. And like I said, that pattern shows up in people's coffee cups, and so people call it that as well. And then it has a little glass dome kind of little thing kind of showing with a little pen light, the light bending around. And then the second one I posted is basically this is actually from some Glober's video, but I found it and it just has the pattern, so I saved it because I think it says, "So where is the sun?" I don't know what it says there in the text, but anyways, but that kind of shows that pattern, on like an AE map. So if something like that would be occurring in the South, then that would perhaps allow there to be 24-hour daylight because of the way the light is refracting in this way, but not an actual circular sun in the sky for 24 hours.
So he says there's literally day has nighttime. Well, it has nighttime in the ones that are most recent because around this time of year there is nighttime. There is nighttime in Antarctica. But if you, like I said, if you go back to around December, you'll see that a lot of them there's literally 24 hours of daylight.
Oh, this is every day. Yeah, okay. I see. So you have to go to December, yeah. March. Okay, but Geo,
Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
So looking at what you're posting, that first picture. So you're saying that's how a 24-hour sun would work on a flat Earth. But is that possible if the sun is moving, or would the sun have to be stationarily fixed? That position, like how would this happen on the moving sun? Like how would the sun be moving for you to have 24 hours on one part of flat Earth?
Well, if you were
isn't it?
If you were to take that, okay, I guess it's the one that I posted. Okay, you know the one that says, "So where is the sun?" Do you see that one?
Yeah. So I'm looking at the one right above that.
Okay, yeah, the one with the pen light and the little dome, and then the one under that. So, if it's that kind of caustic pattern, the light would be lighting up all of Antarctica because of the way it refracts around. But as the sun would be moving, like imagine that whole thing moving, basically, that whole thing rotating. So yeah, the sun would still be rotating, but you're still getting the 24-hour daylight in the south. But you're not getting an actual 24-hour. The little yellow circle of the sun would not be in the sky for 24 hours. That would rise and set, but the daylight would remain after the sun sets.
Yeah, but how would people who are in Antarctica, how are they seeing the sun go around them?
Yeah, that's the question. Are they actually or not? I mean, that's the
that's what they claim. That's what people down there claim. Not even Antarctica. You ain't got to go that far, like even in the northern hemisphere, like in the Arctic, someone that's in Greenland, they would see this 24-hour sun.
Yeah, but
how would that be explained using this thing of yours, Gio?
Well,
see, that works on that part would work on a flat Earth, the northern hemisphere, but it's the southern hemisphere that's the problem.
Yeah.
It is definitely.
It would work on a flat Earth if you were to assume that the North Pole is at the center and the sun is just moving in a circle around that central point. It doesn't move to the southern part of the Earth, You would then have to say that the sun is in a fixed position not too far away from the North Pole. And the question would be, how do people beyond the equator get sunlight? And you would have to say the sun somehow moves above and below this equatorial line you have on the flat Earth.
Right. And then how would you explain the 24
in and
hours
out.
of darkness? How would you explain the 24 hours of darkness in the northern hemisphere?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just too many questions start popping up.
When the sun goes further away from the center, the light can't reach it.
Yeah, but
it's
it doesn't
doing
go
a big
far
circle,
enough.
so
It
you
doesn't
get
go-
the dark.
But it doesn't go far enough, and it's too high in the sky.
Yeah,
So
for 24 hours.
No.
Well, hold on. There's multiple
No.
things being
Well, like
brought
a whole
up.
3 months. You know, you need this happening for 3 months.
Well, there's multiple. things
Yeah,
being
and when
brought
it's
up.
and when it's those 3 months down here in Australia, the sun is past our fucking east point. It's south of east, so it's doing a much bigger fucking circle.
Yeah, but it's too
But
high.
how-
But it's too high in
How
the
is
sky.
this possible on a flat Earth? If it's a pie with the sun above me, and I have 24 hours sun for 3 hours, for 3 months in the northern hemisphere, how is the southern hemisphere getting any sunlight? If the sun is smaller and closer on a flat Earth, moving above the North Pole. 3 months. Why is there no darkness?
Because the sun is radiating out 360 degrees, so you've got more light going into the central part than the exterior as it goes around. It only lights up portions of the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, but now you
or
got
the
to figure
outer
out
hemisphere.
why the light only goes a certain distance.
No, we don't need to figure that out. That's
it
just
goes-
a function of light.
Yeah, but the sun, how high is the sun above the flat Earth?
Oh, I don't know that.
That's
I
the
don't know.
problem. If it's a
Okay, but
specific
the-
height,
Well, it's not a problem. I don't
it's-
know.
It
if it's
is,
a- if
because
it's a-
most flat earthers say
Right.
the sun is smaller and closer, right?
Well, obviously,
What
it's
we
going to be
call it
smaller
is.
and closer than the bloody heliocentric model, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
but
I
how
don't know
far?
how
What's
close and
the-
how big.
What's the
Well,
conflict
but
about?
Post this image.
Why don't you put a number on that? Like to say it's
All right,
it's gotta be
so-
a smaller number than that. Okay, what number is it? I don't know. If you don't know, do you have a method for determining it's not blah 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 million?
Well, when people triangulate it, they ironically get 3959. There's other ones that have gotten like 3,300, 3,500, but there's some that have actually gotten 3,900 as well.
The problem with that is then you can say, well, I mean, now the sun is closer to me than I am to another part of the Earth. I could literally travel to it.
Well, the one that Nate is posting, a couple of them.
The second one.
What is the conflict in your guys' mind in terms of like the general idea of a sun that is like a spotlight, essentially, that lights up a local region, and it moves between the tropics? It explains the 24-hour sun in the north. It explains when it's too far out from the north, when it's all the way on the outer rim, that you're going to get that darkness at the south. What is the issue with that in your mind?
Because if you think about that, right, it would still be too high in the sky for only a certain portion of the Earth to see it.
Yeah, because if according to your model, this is how the sun and Earth and the moon move, right? And now the sun is moving above the North Pole. How is the sunlight when it's just moving above the North Pole for 3 months, so that in the North Pole for a whole 3 months I don't see the sunset? I see the sun above the horizon. How are people like Bandsaw in Australia getting sunlight?
Oh my God, guys, go back to Flat Earth 101 or something. Seriously. Fuck.
Well, what is Flat Earth 101? I mean, we don't understand. That's why
We've answered it. We've answered it. It's doing the sun is doing a circle around the North Pole, and it shines light in both directions, north and south.
You guys used to say that was a straw man. We're going back to that model now.
This is super basic.
Well,
I mean,
Flat
even
Earth 101.
if you get David Weiss's app, pay $2 for it or whatever, you can cycle through the different times of year.
Look at my
and you can see the spread of the sun throughout the seasons. And
look at my stream.
Okay.
I have a Flat Earth model. Look at my stream.
Hold on.
Is it those ones you can mess around with?
The disc in space. Look at the stalactites coming off the bottom.
This is what you guys are.
Oh my God, guys.
This is exactly what you're explaining.
This is Flat
though.
Earth 101.
But okay, we'll forget that it's floating in space and has stalactites.
Flat
coming
Earth
off the bottom.
Society 101.
We'll forget that, and we'll just go.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
It's not floating in space, but that isn't what's important. What's
Is the
important
sun-
is the sun.
Does the sun not circle around the Earth like this? This is not
Yeah,
what
I
you
mean
guys
that part
explained?
of it. Yeah, that part of it looks all
Okay.
right. You have kind of a spotlighty
Okay.
sun. I mean, I think the
Yeah,
sun
now
would light up a lot
focus on
more than
that.
that.
Now,
The
how
sun
far?
lights up a lot
How
more.
far should I put the sun? Should I put farther, closer?
Yeah,
Where should
look
I?
at that. You can move it all around.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Happy
So
day.
yeah, I mean, all right,
mean,
no, but
you
listen,
want
guys,
bigger?
he's
Oh my
asking you,
God! You just
what
ruined
should
the Earth.
what should he do with the sun so that
That's
we get
awesome.
an accurate representation?
Okay.
Put it where the
24-hour
sun don't
sun.
shine.
Should I put it farther away?
Take this
Put it
seriously,
up
man.
30, put it up 39.
Damn it.
Put it up 39.59.
I mean, I don't know. Like, where is that? Right here?
39.59.
The farther
up
away it
39.
is, the farther away it is, the worse it is. Because who's to say that everyone on Earth can't see it?
Yeah,
Well-
that's straight overhead for me in Australia.
Oh my god.
That's
Come
not
on.
going to be an issue. I mean, first of all, I don't think it's that high, but
Earth is life. Can you move the sun like
Maybe
towards the
it's a lot
center?
lower, like
Yeah, I
You
can. Hold
also-
on one
setting
second.
and
Let me
sun
see.
rising,
Okay.
it's got to be lower, huh?
Let me see.
Well,
Let's
well,
move it
we've
to the
got it-
middle
Move it to the center.
so that Antarctica is always in sunlight.
Orbit of the sun. Okay, there it is.
Eggshells. When
Almost.
things move
Straight up.
away, they drop
Sorry,
optically.
the Arctic, not Antarctica, because it will be impossible
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
Antarctica.
I
My
got a
bad.
trigonometric,
Yeah,
not a linear rate.
Put it right
Yeah.
in the middle.
When
All right,
things
so
go
now
away,
we have our
they're like
24-hour
at a
sun,
known rate.
Boom.
right? 24-hour
Cool.
sun at the
Yeah.
at the Arctic.
It's the
It
thumb
would be
rule.
rotating,
That's
sun
teaching
isn't
the thumb
setting.
rule.
That's right.
So how is bandsaw getting sunlight?
well, the
From the
sun,
sun.
the sun is not that small of a spotlight. What is that thing, bloom effect, in the lower right hand corner? Does that make the sun? What is that? Does that make
It
the
just makes-
sun?
no, I mean, it just does that.
Oh, because it's way
Okay.
too small of a spotlight. It needs to
Should
be
he
wider.
make the sun bigger? Should he lift it high into the sky?
It
Well,
doesn't
can
go
you
any
just make the
smaller than
sun put
No,
out
I
more
can't.
light from it?
that. No, I can make the
He
sun
would have
bigger.
to make the
that's
sun
it.
bigger then.
Well, make it
No,
bigger
put out
just to
more
see
light.
if it puts more light out there.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it doesn't
Okay.
work because,
It just
because it
doesn't
looks like
work.
a spotlight. It looks like a spotlight at the moment, and that's
But
not
that's
sunlight.
but
That's what
that's how
does-
the sun would work if it was going around above the flat Earth. It would be a
No,
spotlight.
well, it would be more
no,
like the
no,
one you
no,
posted.
no.
Okay,
No,
is the
no,
sun
no.
bigger than Earth in the flat Earth model? Is it bigger or smaller than?
Oh
the
my
thing that
God.
It
makes the
doesn't really
sun?
matter what size it is. The point is, it lights up about half of
does.
that space disk at a time.
Yeah.
Half of it.
Kind of funny
The
to
whole. All
listen
right.
to.
Exactly
Could you
right.
could you make it
Space
bigger and
disk.
lift it
Not
higher?
any of these questions.
Earth is
Whatever you
light.
do,
Could you
don't
make it
ask
bigger
them.
I
and
can't
lift
hear
it
it.
higher into the
Wait,
air?
higher?
Is that
Higher?
possible?
Yeah, I can put it
higher
higher.
and bigger, so that it lights half
Higher
of
and
it
bigger.
at any one given time,
Wait.
according to Geo.
I'm okay
At
with
least
the
light
distance
half of it.
being a little lower. Go a little lower. Well, no, that's
No,
ridiculous.
but
Lower?
we're trying to make it light
Oh
light half
my
of your
God.
disc, right? Geo, according to you, it
Yeah.
needs to be lighting half of the disc at any given time.
Well, roughly. I mean, we
Yeah,
know the way
roughly.
the sun works. I mean, it's different
Okay.
times and different areas where you're at, but let's
So
roughly, yeah.
But in order for that to happen, it
It
needs to be a bit bigger,
trails.
right?
It
needs to be bigger than
trails
what it
more
is
than
now.
it leads. Yin yang style. It trails more
What?
than it
Does it-
leads.
Does he need to make it
The
bigger?
leading frequency is shorter.
Lift it higher? Like, what does he need to do for the sun to light half of the Earth in this model?
Yeah, well, yeah, well, we've got to have more light for starters. Like that's not an
So what?
accurate
Make the sun
representation of
bigger?
light.
Should the sun be bigger?
No, there is a trailing light and a
Then-
leading light. The leading is shorter, the trailing is longer,
Then-
like yin and yang.
But see, then the problem will be, look how close it is to the North Pole, right? It travels one distance to the North Pole, but then travels a farther distance to the Antarctic.
So,
How what's
Yeah,
blocking
I mean,
the
guys,
light?
work with us, man. We're
From
trying
the
to
North
like
Pole.
replicate
Why
the
not?
sun on a flat Earth.
Yeah,
Come
doesn't
on, man,
make
help
any
us.
sense.
Trying. We're
Well, if
trying.
if
It
I
Yeah,
makes
but
perfect
you
sense.
guys aren't trying to work. with
How would the
If-
sun only light a half of a circle?
Well, hold on. First of all, this is assuming the sun is a ball.
Think about
So
it.
that's one thing. If we were just to have the sun be a circular point light source, which is what we observe it, that would be a little bit more accurate, perhaps. But
a
nonetheless,
flat disc.
but what it would have to
Disc
do,
above us.
the breadth,
Oh,
well, it's what we see. But the breadth of the sun, the amount of spot lighting that it's doing would have to be 3-4 times the size of what it shows on this, because it would have to light up half of this thing roughly at once. So
okay, but in order for the sun to light half of this thing, you would have to assume it would need to be bigger than what we have right now, right? So in order for the sun to light up half of the Earth, it needs to be pretty big. Not as big as the Earth, relative to the Earth, it needs to be pretty big, right? If the
Well,
Earth
why are you assuming that the amount of light that this thing's putting off in this little software is correlative with the size correctly? Why couldn't it be a lot smaller and put out a lot more light?
How is that possible? How would something smaller put out light that covers a larger surface area?
And you can see the size of the sun, right? It's got to be a set size.
Like, how is that possible? How does a smaller sun have more light for a larger surface area, Gio?
I don't know, the same way y'all say a star is like 400 light years away, and the other one's 100 light years away, and the one that's 100 light years away is dimmer than the one farther. You say that it's brighter. It's brighter. So we see it bigger in the sky.
Probably different type of star.
What?
Putting out more light.
You got to get that leading and trailing effect that White was talking about as well.
He seems to think we need if we got a flashlight, we need a bigger bulb to get more light, and that's not the case. It needs to just be brighter, right? I'm just saying.
Listen, can we all agree that this model here does not match reality?
Yes.
No, it's got to be a yin and yang, like the guy said, man. It's, in my opinion, it's a dome effect, like the coffee cup caustic. And y'all was talking about the Antarctic sun, and that one guy, MacArthur or whatever his name is, who did who showed the from down below, the supposed Antarctic rotation. That's the same guy we busted doing all of the 24-hour Antarctic suns. But we seen the first thing we did as flat earthers. Let me finish. We went to or not we, but Jaron. Went to the fucking McMurdo station where they had the 24-hour camera for all year round, and it was cutting off in the summertime when it was supposed to be 24-hour sun. It was cutting off for like 4 to 6 hours every night. And he let me finish, man. And he called him, and he communicated with the lady there, and she said, they got back with him and told him that during when it's dark, they turn off the cameras to save the bandwidth or to save the space, because it's no point in having a camera when it's dark. So so pretty much that 24-hour Antarctic sun, it ain't consistent, like you say. It's not. It's according to McMurdo station, it wasn't happening at all. But the guy who did the 24-hour Antarctic sun, the ones you see on the internet, it's all that shit's coming from one dude, and we done fucking debunked his shit pretty thoroughly, man. Where y'all have agreed with us on Ranty's channel.
How did you debunk it, Brian?
Dude, he's fucking the cloud at about hour 22. You see the same clouds coming in from the fucking distance, and his main one, and the other one
video.
And the other one, he fucking did a reverse of the. Hold on, we've already done this on Ranty's and Brandon. Y'all agreed with us. The ballers agreed that they were fucking fakes when we did it. I'm not going through all that again. I'm not going through all that again, bro.
Okay, could you post the link? Like, was this on a live stream? Could you just post the link for it?
I just posted
one of his videos. He did the north one and reversed it and got busted. The other one, yeah, go ahead.
I just posted a channel that literally posts these videos every other day.
Is there a new one? A new guy doing it? Not that one dude?
No, you can go back to December of the channel I just posted, and you can see 24-hour daylight for weeks.
What happened last year, though, and the year before? Where were they then? Why were y'all putting out fake?
I don't know.
Yeah,
why were they?
Why were they? What you were talking
I just
about.
found
That's the problem, man. We don't know.
Why were we getting fakes, though, man? Look, we showed you fakes. The ballers all looked and agreed that they were fake.
You post the link to them. We don't know what.
No, just ask somebody on your team that's seen it. Plenty of y'all have seen it, and we did it together.
You claim that they were fake.
Either you're gonna have to trust me or not trust me, bro. Enough ballers agreed and seen it. We did it together.
Brian, you claimed that they were fake. That's it.
Bro, you remember the cloud that came in at like hour 22 when it first started? You seen a cloud coming in, and remember that cloud? Hold on the way that when the sun lapped around, you looked at that alligator cloud. On Ranty's, we've already argued about this, and we brought it up. And hold on, and you see that cloud coming in. Well, you see that cloud coming in from the distance at like hour 20 or 22. That same alligator cloud that forms at the beginning, you see it off in the distance in the loop, bro. It was cold busted. But I'm not gonna pull it up because we've already showed this shit 100 times. You gonna trust me or don't?
None of us here know what it is you're talking
I know what
about.
Yes.
Just trust me. B-ball seen it. We've been over it with them. We had a whole ordeal with Brenda and fucking Paid Nash Chill and all them, and they all agreed it was fucking fake. I'm not doing it again. Like I said, you can think I'm full of shit, or you can, like you said, this is 2015 shit, bro.
If I make a GIF of something and it loops back to the beginning of the video, that doesn't make it fake.
Yeah, it does. When you see that cloud, when it starts the video,
because
it's supposed to be a 24-hour cloud.
Because
bro,
listen,
I'm gonna say it like this: all the ballers agreed, and fucking Brendan even come back and apologized to Ranty for fucking saying he's full of shit because the fucking cloud was
the beginning of the loop, Brian.
No, but you see, that's how your discernment is so pathetic.
And why is it that you want to keep going back to that one?
Bro, because that alligator cloud, you can see it coming at like hour 21, 22. You see the beginning of that cloud. It ain't like that cloud is just at the very beginning. It came from somewhere, and you can see, how can that cloud be approaching at hour 22 to hour 1?
You other examples.
You're asking me questions and you're fucking cutting me off. Bro.
Yeah, because you never stop talking.
Don't ask me fucking questions then.
You gotta stop talking and let someone respond.
No, dude, you asked me a question, and this is the whole point. You asked me how in a loop would I fucking prove from the beginning, and I'm telling you how, because you could see the approach of that crocodile cloud at the 21st, 22nd hour where it first starts, showing that it's not a full 24-hour loop. This has already been busted, B-Ball. You're not being honest. B-Ball's seen this.
So Brian, it sounds like what you're doing, if I'm right, is you're talking about a different conversation about a different video, saying I've debunked a different video. That's fine. That might be the case. It could be the case that somebody has faked a 24-hour sun from Antarctica, and there is a different video that does show a 24-hour.
He faked a few of them, dude. We went. There was
arguing. So I'm almost done. So arguing that you've debunked a different video lends no credibility in this circumstance.
We went to every one of them, dude. And there was about 4 of them.
Of the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. I just don't believe.
Listen, yes. It was just a couple years ago. We went to every fucking one of them a couple years ago, live on fucking Ranties. There was like 4 of them. Then we found out later they were all from the same fucking dude, and we fucking debunked every one of them. There might be more now, okay? But the McMurdo station's all you needed to see, bro. If McMurdo station says they cut their cameras and can't show a 24-hour sun with 24-hour cameras, and they said they cut their cameras because of darkness, then what else do you need to see? You might be able to show one now, but they weren't around for the last few years.
You're not engaging with the conversation that's happening right now, though. People right now are discussing whether something's happening, and you're like angrily filibustering the conversation. You're saying you can't discuss this because I, at a different time, before these videos are uploaded, debunk different videos. So
we've done this shit so many times, though, dude. It just gets.
What gives you the right to filibuster the conversation so we can't have this new one? We weren't there
because we'll go over all this again and again and again.
Yeah,
and again,
but it's
and
new
y'all
evidence being presented,
bro.
Brian. This isn't stuff from 5 years ago. This is stuff from just now, from yesterday.
The problem is
videos from yesterday, bro.
Brian, you didn't.
It doesn't matter, bro. If you didn't have a 24-hour sun 2 years ago, and your naval station proved it, then fucking this year doesn't matter, bro. That's a model killer.
I refuse to have this conversation. I refuse to let this conversation happen.
In all fairness, Brian, I was there for that actual conversation on Ranties, and I remember it very, very clearly. And yeah, it did seem to be debunked pretty much fair on the chin, right? So we've debunked that one. So you know what? Let's debunk this one too. Boom.
See, that's a claim that you guys made. You guys think
to me, bro, he was wasting his time though, man. Because look, McMurdo Station already showed that fucking they didn't have a 24-hour sun. They showed it. They showed the fucking shit. You know.
All
right. Let us have this convo, Brian.
Yeah.
Well, whatever technology that they're using now to produce these videos and make them so perfect, they're just getting better at doing what they're doing. But, you know, what's the point in having a fake video of the 24-hour sun to begin with anyway, right?
So the reason you think it's fake is because it looks so perfect.
Yeah, they're just getting better at their technique, bro.
Well, let's see if we can find a flaw in it. Eh?
Good idea. Yeah.
All right, because you know what, we could talk about Coriolis if you want.
No, I'm good, thanks.
So
have you guys been talking about
Coriolis? If you go to this Antarctic streams, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos
Should
Now,
I
So
share
you're
my
gonna have to
screen?
go. You're gonna have to go
now,
through a lot of
now
them.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question, right? Is there footage of a 24-hour sun, of the sun, not daylight, in the north?
24
there
in
is,
the
yeah.
north, of
Yeah,
course.
there
Oh,
is,
in the
but
north.
it's time lapse,
I've
Benson.
had a
It's all
beer
time
at
lapse.
midnight
Okay,
with the sun up.
yeah,
With vodka, sorry.
but
So
but
I don't think we need.
but we've got 24-hour footage of the actual sun, right, in the north, with the sun always being in focus, in camera shot, right?
I'll post it right
But
now, but
do
it's time lapse.
but do we have the same in the south, of the sun always being in focus
Yes.
for 24
But
hours?
regardless
Yes.
of that, if you have 24 hours of actual daylight, like,
No.
why does it have to be pointing
Daylight.
at the
Hey,
sun?
Bebo, remember when Jose showed?
Daylight.
I mean, let me
You're
say
about
one
to
more thing.
you're about to go back to something from
No. I'm just trying to jar your memory, man, because you were there. We've had this conversation. Remember when Jose showed? Remember when? That listen. My point is the sun is not consistent in our Antarctica, but because remember, we played that video. I even put it on my channel where they say flat out in an interview, that Richard Byrd hunkered down for 9 months of sunless Antarctic winter. So the deeper you go in, the longer the fucking winter. Or else
24 hours of
remember that though?
darkness too. Yes, 24 hours of darkness too.
No, it was 9 months though, bro. So that's it should only be 6 months on the heliocentric
Why are
model.
we going back to Admiral Byrd stuff? Like, really?
Because it's recorded, bro, and this is before the flat Earth argument, you know. So all the evidence we try to get, the earlier the better, right?
Yeah,
before the
there's
debate.
more up-to-date stuff to look at than Admiral Byrd.
Yeah, but has somebody else come out with some new Antarctic shit? Because that one dude, you know, when we found out that one dude was doing all of them, that was pretty fucking pretty bullshit.
But that.
So yeah, Banso, I
not
just
conclusive.
tagged you with two
Here's
separate
one.
time lapse
Here's a
photos.
20. This is
One's at the
December.
Arctic, one's at the Antarctic. Yeah.
Here is one on December 25th. 24 hours of daylight. Actually, it's yeah.
I had a feeling that there'd be a
About 3 or 4 days of
24-hour
daylight.
daylight coming up, you know. But I just know it's been lacking for the last few years, you know.
If Byrd said that there's 9 months of darkness, you just can't hand wave that away. Do you just think he lost track of time?
Yeah, but can we verify
What
that?
darkness is? Yeah, sunless winters.
But can we verify
It wasn't
that?
1,000. It wasn't 1,000 years ago. It was only like 100 years ago. It wasn't.
Can we
not
can we verify that 9
ancient
months of
Greek
darkness?
history we're talking about.
Can we verify that 9 months of darkness though, or can we just take his word for it?
Well, mate, dude, can you verify anything?
We're
This
verifying.
is a
it now
military.
with actual
This is a
videos.
military documentary. A military documentary.
We're
Okay?
verifying it right now with actual videos.
You expect they know what 9 months of sunless winter is?
The guy was an admiral in the U.S. Navy. I'm sure he's not an
Yeah,
idiot that can't follow a
yeah, but
calendar.
but we can't go by that because we can't verify that. So we have actual
Well, then you need
videos
to
from
throw hard your
recently.
shit in the rubbish bin.
We have more recent stuff to look at than stuff from back then.
Look, I've had people, dude.
Let's
That's
not change the
more
subject.
time than Admiral Byrd. So if I had to accept that information, then I think we can accept Admiral Byrd's information.
But that's a
surely.
different subject. That's a different subject.
Yeah, you guys
I'm
changed the
not
subject.
talking about the subject. I'm talking about the time frame involved.
Yeah, well, that's we can't verify
Oh,
that.
that doesn't
So
suit you. Oh,
you know,
yeah.
we have
Okay,
we
fine.
have
Yeah,
we have
fine.
actual videos on the table that we're looking at right now, not some word of mouth from Admiral Byrd.
Yo, this is crazy. So I'm looking at a video 11 p.m., 3 a.m. at the Arctic, and there's light.
But I do think that
dishonest liars. Unbelievable.
I don't think. I mean, I think it's reasonable to ask that question, but I don't think it's. If we say Admiral Byrd did it, we could stack up a bunch of possibilities. Mainly because we're going on hearsay. These videos aren't hearsay, so I think like we don't throw out Admiral Byrd's, but if we've got a guy who constantly uploads videos every week, and we can, sure, he might not be an admiral, but we can interrogate his videos.
Yeah, but no, this was also in the hold on, it was also in the military documentaries.
Don't say hold on to me after you've interrupted me, Brian.
You just finished, bro. You just finished. You want to go ahead and repeat?
Wasn't
go ahead
done.
and repeat.
He wasn't done. He wasn't done. Come on,
you go.
If you want to add on to that, go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought you were done. My point is it's also in a documentary, in one of the military documentaries. Okay, much of course they were talking about Berg, but it's the same predicament. You know, they're talking about the same thing. But so the narrator says it's the same narrator who tells us how to fucking make the batteries, how they fucking work in the submarines, how they make radios out in the field. I mean, they have all these tutorials and shit. You think they know what 9 months of sunless winter, that was the exact words, 9 months of Antarctica's sunless winter, dark.
I mean, it could be the case. Like I've just had an almost sunless winter in Sydney, for fuck's sake, because despite the fact that it's sunny during the day, the weather is so
dark
that it's dark most of the time at the moment.
They make it crystal clear that there is no daylight whatsoever. They made it pretty crystal clear that it's dark. I mean, I could pull up and post the video if you want, but it's like probably a 10-minute video for that one clip.
But we've just got a video right here of somebody going, here's this happening day after day after day.
Yeah, and there's actually a playlist.
I want to have a debate about a guy from 100 years ago.
I had a feeling that there was a 24-hour sun going to be coming up, though, man. Like I said, but look, why did they make the fakes? You know, why would he even? Why would they even have to make fakes?
Because they weren't. They weren't.
No, because McMurdo Station had a 24-hour camera, okay, and fucking it turned off for fucking like 4 to 6 hours every night during the summer. Yeah. And it's already been addressed, bro. From you saying the people at McMurdo with the 24-hour camera back in 2015 or 2016, and said that they turn it off. It shuts off when it's dark. You're gonna tell me it was daylight, but the camera shut off when it's dark, bro? That's all I needed to see to know that there's inconsistencies to at least trigger my skeptic mind. And then when you see fakes, you got to know that something might be up, man. You got to at least consider that possibility, right?
They weren't fake. That's the point. Anyway, there's 112 videos of 24-hour sun daylight in Antarctica on this channel. 112 of them.
What's the oldest one? But not from that one guy either. He had like 4 of them.
Goes back to 2019.
Okay, show me the oldest one, not from fucking Steve fucking whatever his name is. I'll look it up if you don't know who I'm talking about. Show me the oldest one, and we'll pick it apart.
What is that going to prove? Like, what's?
I'm just saying, we'll look at it. We'll see if we can pick it apart.
Here. Let me see if I can share the playlist.
These videos are just as real as the Himawari Japanese.
You don't think these videos are real? These videos are cool as fuck, man.
Yeah,
they think everything that goes against their worldview is fake.
No, bro. You're so fake. That has to be. That's condescending, man. Look, we just told you, okay? Is anybody else here under the impression that I'm lying about we fucking picked the videos apart? Jaron also picked the other videos that got apart.
Yeah, it's just Brian.
So the fact. Hold on, he's acting like there was no fakes, though. You know.
There wasn't.
Brian, that's a keep bringing it up again.
That's a misinterpretation on your part, Brian. That you claim that.
Dude, you just made a comment like we're gonna just deny every fucking thing without provocation.
No, you looked at it and it looked fake to you.
No, we seen a fucking cloud coming in, bro. Once again, the cloud at hour 1, we seen coming in from hour 21, hour 22 toward the end of the loop. That means that it's fucking
the loop started over. That means the loop started over.
You can't see the cloud coming in for hour 1 where you started your video at hour 21 or hour 22 toward the end. That shows it's a fake. No, it's a loop if we didn't see it coming in from the fucking distance at hour 21 or 22.
So how do you explain all the rest of these 24-hour sun videos then?
Bro, I'm just telling you, you act like we're dismissing shit without fucking reason.
But you want to hang on to this one that you looked at that looked a little sketchy, and you will say, "Oh, if that one is fake."
There
then
you
they all
go
have
again,
to be
bro.
fake."
Like I didn't even fucking just like what you fucking remember all this. You know what I'm talking about when I say the crocodile cloud. We've had this conversation, and you're
That
acting
doesn't
like you
make
don't
it
know
fake,
nothing about
man.
it, bro. You're not being honest.
That doesn't
Why
make
are
it
you,
fake.
Brian, please. I'm trying to make this clear to you. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear a conversation about a different conversation. Have this conversation, please, mate.
Dude, it gets
You want-
aggravating, bro. He's fucking not being honest, dude. He knows what I'm talking about when I say
Yeah,
crocodile
I know
cloud.
what you're talking about, but you want to
Okay, then why you act like you don't fucking know about it then,
because you
bro?
want to go back to that as if that demolishes all the rest of these.
Once again, you're saying we're dismissing shit like we're just dismissing shit without provocation, and there's fucking reason showing fake ones. I just bring the one that I know you knew about. That's the one I brought up.
Okay,
so
let's
we don't
address
just dismiss shit for no reason, bro.
Okay, so
we
let's
dismiss
address-
shit fucking under scrutiny.
So let's address these.
Can you put them? Can you play it live?
There. Here's one. Let me share this one.
Then one of them, man, there was only 4 up when we did this shit.
Man,
And
Brian, I don't know how many times to say it, man. This is getting so tiresome. Stop.
dude, shut the fuck up, bro.
Conversation. None of us give a fuck.
Bro, it's dead air. Shut the fuck up. I wanted to make another point. Okay. Another one, Antonio Subarats did put a line in the screen and did a 15 degrees an hour deal and showed that it was fucking and showed that it was deviating from the center line. And the other one showed we caught him doing the fucking North Pole and playing it in reverse. That dude's a scoundrel, but maybe there's some new ones up. We'll take a look at him, man.
Just go to the channel, man. We posted several of the videos, so there's 112 of the 24 hours in particular. And the guy literally posts some every other day. He posts videos from Antarctica.
What's his name? If it's
channel,
available.
The channel is just called Antarctic Streams.
Yeah, that one dude was the one putting them all out. I bet it's that same dickhead.
It's not. I done tagged you in it, Brian.
I think I literally think the guy started the channel just to troll flat earthers.
Yeah, he even.
Oh, that's some nasty shit. If he did, that's some dirtbag shit.
It says Antarctic, flat Earth, globe, NASA, NOAA.
Yeah, he was taking ass, man. But that's pretty cool. That I mean, it's a video. I don't know if each video is for like one day because I clicked on a video that covered 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
But this shows, that there's a period, like, especially around December where you have 24-hour light in the sky. Whether or not you can see the sun, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like I waited 3 years for that shit though, bro, and it's a little too late now.
So B-Ball, that seems reputable to you? A guy that's making a channel trying to do some kind of troll move against flat earthers or whatever?
Listen,
you think that's a reputable source
all
for
he's doing
Antarctic 24-hour sun?
All he's doing is posting videos from where he works at in Antarctica, and some of them are 24 hours of daylight.
Yeah. Like, why should we not believe this guy, Gio? Sounds like you questioning this person.
Well, I'm not really saying do or don't believe him. I'm just saying a guy who purposefully, you just said, is trying to quote unquote troll flat earthers. So I'm just saying, is this really a reputable guy for anything?
We don't know if he's trying to, troll flat earthers, but if you look at the bottom of his videos, he's written Antarctica, flat earth, global, NASA, NOAA. Like, there's not much.
So he's trying to bait. He's trying to bait people that are researching this topic. It sounds like.
I don't know, bro.
Like
I
I
think
said,
you guys are looking too much into it. Just focus on the video.
I was wondering what motivation would Admiral Byrd have had for claiming a 9-month darkness when
Also, I went to his.
Dude, can you just not talk through me just for a minute?
I'm so sorry.
This guy with his videos, in an era where flat Earth, globe Earth is raging, there's a lot of motivation for him to want to not I'm picking on him, but for anybody to just produce that can just be produced videos with CGI and all that sort of shit. But Admiral Byrd 80 years ago, what motivation, what reason would he have in his manuscripts or, you know, his captain's notes or whatever it was to claim a 9-month darkness when there wasn't one? That to me,
it was
gives him
cloudy for
credibility.
most of those days. I don't know.
I can offer some suggestions. Poor timekeeping could be one of them.
Exactly.
Poor timekeeping could be one of them. Exaggeration could be another, or translation, or poor copywriting for as people were sort of hand doing it back, you know, not that long ago. I could think of lots of reasons, none of which I would say are definitely the case. But if we're going to weigh up evidence, what are the things
So this is okay, Harry. Actually, so this is a guy who was, I think, the youngest ever admiral in the U.S. Navy. Clearly, a fairly sharp tool, you would think.
Sure.
So, whilst I'm not denying any of those things you put forward, I honestly, I would just posit that they're probably fairly weak arguments to throw against the guy who seems to be of a reasonable caliber.
No. I'm not saying any of them are the case. I'm not throwing those arguments
I
against somebody.
understand. I understand that.
I'm just saying, when you're saying what are the possibilities, I say, yeah, lying could be one of them. But for somebody who's like, this is the Royal Navy, they cover every inch of the earth, they'll find out if I'm just flat lying about it. I don't see much reason he would lie about it. But that during a very, very, very long dark period in freezing conditions where mechanical clocks and ordinary timekeeping measures would get increasingly difficult, because it was a fairly doomed expedition, wasn't it? Like it was fairly difficult situation, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know the details. I was just arguing the point that
Yeah, but I mean, why do flat earthers rely on this Admiral Byrd so much anyway? He didn't believe
No, I don't.
was
I
flat.
just rely on him. But I'm just
No, not
saying,
you, but flat earthers in general.
I have no idea. I can't speak for everybody. I'm just annoyed that you're saying, "Oh, forget him because it was so long ago." I'd actually say, well, forget this guy with his CGI technology, because in this current day and age, I could make an equal argument that he's possibly less trustworthy than Admiral Byrd. So,
But the issue is Admiral Byrd hasn't made any claims on the shape of the Earth. He has no involvement, no place in the flat Earth discussion.
Bevo, I'm a little surprised
he thought
here.
the Earth was a sphere.
Hang on, what indeed is the inconsistency or the reason why we have to square a circle? Could these videos be right and Admiral Byrd be right? There is nothing inconsistent about
maybe.
All right, so Bevo, I'm a little surprised here. I'm looking at the ones you posted. None of them show a 24-hour sun. Are you claiming they do?
24 hours of daylight.
That's not 24-hour sun.
That's 24 hours.
It's still light.
How is there 24 hours of daylight?
Where's the light coming from?
Well, I thought we discussed that earlier. There's a difference between 24-hour daylight and an actual 24-hour circle of the sun in the sky. Neither of these show that. The ones that do show that were the ones Brian were talking about that have been thoroughly debunked.
No, they weren't thoroughly debunked. That's a claim. That's a claim that they thoroughly debunked them. That's
no.
Then Gio, where is the light coming from?
Talking about these videos that we've got right here.
Yeah, Gio, where is the light coming from if not the sun?
The sky.
The whole sky is just lighting up.
What? Yeah.
Yes. Bro, there's no reason y'all can't show us a fucking 24-hour circling sun like we've seen from the north from the military bases. McMurdo already showed us their 24-hour cameras, and they didn't have a 24-hour sun or daylight, bro. End of story. Y'all are grasping at straws, bro. Y'all are grasping at straws, bro. I'm sorry.
I just have a question, though. Yeah, I just have a question. What is Admiral Byrd's involvement in the whole flat Earth argument, though? Like, what did he say about the shape of the Earth?
The dome, wasn't it?
Well,
I think he claimed some sort of giant ice wall or something. Yeah, what was it originally?
I don't think anybody anything.
An ice wall, that makes perfect sense. If you go to Antarctica, you're going to be met with an ice wall.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone claims that anything
was extra land beyond the South Pole.
It is funny that the very person named Eggshell got on to Brian like 6 times about changing the conversation. When Gio is talking about 24-hour sunlight, now Eggshells is bringing up some ice wall.
We're
We're
talking
still
about
on,
the
we're,
raw
we're
bird
still on the
and,
same
and the
subject.
Yeah, I
automatic
just had a
24-hour
question,
sun
Rock
stuff.
here.
Oh, what's the
No, not really. Geo was questioning the 24-hour sunlight
Yeah, we're still on the
videos.
same subject.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
Yeah,
not
still
ice
still the
balls,
same subject.
eggshells.
Yeah, sure.
Re-
I mean, if
remember
I
you
cared
getting
about
on the
your
Brian?
objection, I'd probably ask
You,
you, but
you
you'll
remember
notice
getting
I
on the
haven't.
Brian so
Here we
adamantly,
go. Here we
like
go.
just
Someone wants
5
to
minutes
take
No,
over.
ago?
Rocky,
Someone wants to come and take
Rocky.
over
He
the
was
conversation.
answering my question. I asked him, what did
Uh,
What
so
did
he didn't
Admiral
question
say?
you
Gio, can you
when
please not
he
let
only
Rakia
questioned
take over
Brian.
the conversation, please?
He only questioned Brian when he tried to change or was bringing up another. He
Gio,
didn't question you. Yeah,
Gio,
pretty
can you
strange.
please not let Rakia try and take over the conversation?
You don't think my point is valid?
No, we're having a conversation
Yeah.
here.
So
Okay.
let's go squarely back to the 24-hour sun. So I
Right.
posted
Let's
two
go
time
back to
lapse
the
videos.
videos that
Yeah, the
Posted
hundred
two
and
time
Gio
lapse
just commented
videos.
on.
yeah, the
There's also
hundred and
the
twelve,
That
the
Earth is
hundred,
like
the
B-ball
hundred and twelve,
military guy
24.
posted that doesn't
100
show
time, guys.
Yeah,
that
the
doesn't
hundred and
show
twelve videos.
24-hour.
Yeah, the
Don't
hundred.
show
Yeah, the
24-hour
100.
sun.
Yes, the 112 of
How
them. Yeah,
many show 24-hour sun?
oh, there's 112 of them. Yeah,
No, how many show the 24-hour
they show
sun? in the sky?
24 hours of daylight.
Yeah, how
Where,
many of
where's
the 112?
where's
Are
the
you
light coming?
gent?
Where's the
Are
light
you
coming
gent?
from?
Are
It
you
killed
gent?
him to let David finish the
Where's
sentence, wouldn't it?
where's
It
the
killed him.
light coming from?
Guys,
Now we're going to talk about where the light comes from. Not that any of your videos, 112, as you keep saying, as that some great number of not showing 24-hour sun in the sky. You're
Okay,
making our point for us, B-ball. Thank you. Are you
okay, when
dead?
it's cloudy out and it's daytime, where's the light coming from?
So the clouds are blocking it?
You know when it's cloudy and you can't see the sun?
Yes, I know what clouds are. Do you know what
Okay.
24-hour sun in the sky
And
is?
let's say it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon and it's cloudy.
Let's
Where's
say
the
it's
light?
24 hours. Do
Where's
you
the
know what
light coming
sun
from?
in the sky is?
Where's the light coming from at 5 p.m. when there's clouds and it's light outside?
Do you know what 24-hour sun in the
Okay, we're just
sky
gonna
is? The video of?
continue asking
Yeah,
questions,
this is
bro.
silly.
Let's
This is
just
silly.
go.
Yeah,
Let's
this
move
is
on.
silly.
Well,
This is
people,
silly.
Guys,
we could
we
talk
admit
about where we
that
could
in
talk
those
about.
videos you don't see the sun, but
No,
there's
y'all want to
sunlight.
change the subject again of where the light comes from instead of talking about the 112 videos that don't show a 24-hour sun
No, they
in
the
the
sky.
sky.
No,
As
they
you
don't.
cut me off again.
No, they don't. They don't show any kind of light in the sky. Nope.
I didn't say
Yet,
light in the sky. I said
yet
sun
there's
in the sky. Do you know
yet
the
some of them
difference?
are yet some
Let's
of them
clear
are
this up
3
right
days.
now.
Some
B-ball.
of them are
hey,
3 days
B-ball, do
long.
you
hey,
know?
Some of them are
B-
3 days long. Did you look at
B-ball,
those? They're
yeah,
100.
okay. Is
They're
there
3 days
24-hour
long.
sun in any of them?
There's light
No,
for
none
all
of
I
them
3
didn't
days.
say light.
have the
So
sun.
let's make
None of
this
them have the
clear. Maybe
24-hour sun.
B-ball, maybe
None of them
B-ball
have the
has been
24-hour sun,
hold
traumatized
Rocky.
on,
so much.
Come
hold
on,
on,
man.
guys, hold on. One at a time. Stop talking over the
Yeah,
top of each other. All right,
fine.
please.
I'll go right now. I'll ask a very
Thank
pointed
you.
question
Yeah,
that B-ball can answer. Is that fair enough?
yeah,
B-ball.
go, Rakia. Go.
B-ball, since this is your subject, your topic, will you answer this, please?
Sure, go ahead.
Is there any, do you know the difference between 24-hour sun in the sky and 24-hour light in the sky?
Yes, I know the difference. They're
Do you
both
have
pretty much
any
the same.
videos?
They're
Do you
both pretty
have
much
any?
the same.
Yeah, great. Do you have any video that shows 24-hour sun in the sky?
Yeah, the 112 24-hour sunlight videos that we're talking about right now.
Can you
There's
see
20
the sun?
There's 24 hours of light.
Yeah, we hear that. We know the difference, right? There's light and then there's the sun. The sun may get the
So
light, it may not. Is there
so
a video that
how
shows the sun? Why are
so
you avoiding this question?
so how
Why
is
are
there
you
20
avoiding this question?
Okay, you asked me. I answered your question. Now you're gonna
He's
ask me
No,
grabbing
you
your
didn't.
frog,
You avoided
Rakia.
it.
he
You
I
avoided it.
answered your question. Okay.
No, you went
So
immediately to
then
light,
and
not the
now
sun.
you wanna ask me another question.
No, I want you to answer the first question.
I
Do you
already
have
answered it.
No,
I
you
already
did
answered
not.
it.
You said light, not sun. So you're
So
saying there's not a video?
how is there 24 hours of light in
So now you
Antarctica?
want to move on.
No, we're still on the same subject.
So the subject is 24-hour sun in
Matter
the
of fact,
sky, right?
let's go to one of these videos. Let me play
Yeah,
one.
let's show one,
Let's
just
go
one
back.
out
Let me
of the
go back.
112 that you think you have that just
Let's
fell
see.
into your light.
Well,
your
Bebo,
lap.
let me just speak for
Hold on.
20 seconds. Let me just review this a little bit. Okay, so the ones that do show a 24-hour sun, the circle, the yellow circle that we call the sun, the ones that do show that, Brian were mentioning earlier that they've been
20
gone over. Let me
21st.
just give me 20 seconds. Please
Go
don't
ahead.
interrupt me. Just let me speak. Brian was talking about how those have been talked about on previous channels, on Brandon's and Ranty's and in the past, and we've gone over those thoroughly. We could do it again, but those are the ones that we've already gone through. You tonight said, hey guys, there's this channel, there's 112 of them, and you brought them. And while you were bringing it up, I was actually running around doing stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe there's something new. Okay, let's check it out. It sounds like what you've brought is something that not one of them shows the actual sun in the sky for 24 hours.
So we're gonna ignore the light. We're gonna ignore the
You
light from the
interrupted
sun,
Geo
right?
3 times.
No, he's done. He's done.
No, you
So we're
interrupted
gonna.
Geo. I didn't hear the end of his statement.
So we're gonna.
Can Geo repeat the end of his statement? Because I didn't hear it.
You did clip me at the end. I was just asking. It's not a big deal. You can just say what they are. None of these show a 24-hour sun, correct?
Geo, are we not looking at this? Look, okay, let me show you something.
He just can't even answer it.
Listen,
He just can't say, no, guys, they don't
finish?
show the 24. He
Can I
just can't do
finish?
it.
Can I
I'll say
finish?
it for him. No, you can't finish. You're a lying
Can I-
piece
can-
of crap.
can I
You can't
finish?
even answer a question from Geo.
Can
Why
I
are we giving
finish?
you time now?
Gio, do you ever enforce the rules against Raquel?
No, he
If
doesn't.
You just
No,
call
he
somebody
doesn't.
a lying piece of shit. You mute people. Should we start calling you a piece of shit so you suddenly become aware of the rules?
Now we're going to talk about
Hey,
rules
shows.
instead of the 24-hour
No,
sun.
the moment I use it against Geo, suddenly everybody goes, "Oh yeah."
You just brought up earlier and said that we just B-Ball started it earlier talking about if they show us something, we just deny it. Fucking whatever it is, we just deny it. Basically,
So I'm
just
gonna
basically
post
calling
this
us liars,
again.
you know.
Calling
I'm gonna
somebody a
post
piece
this
of
again.
interrupting to do so
Right?
is a violation.
So let's
of
talk
the
You know what,
about
you
that
got-
instead of the 24-hour sun in the sky again.
Matter of fact, you know what? It's even more than 24 hours. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and play this. I'm gonna
Really, the sun or the sunlight?
I'm gonna
I'll take
share it
that
real
you
quick.
say it's sunlight.
I'm gonna share it. Give me a
I'm
second.
gonna go with your lying about
But,
the sun being in the sky.
But B-Ball, you get what they're trying to ask, right?
Because Here, what their argument is
That's
that they
why
don't
he's avoiding
because
it so
they don't
much.
see the sun. They don't see the
Yeah,
sun.
definitely.
The
But
entire
until you
time of
give
the
them
video.
that yes or no, they're not gonna let this go, and we can't.
Well,
move
B-Ball,
forward.
could you-
So just
okay.
say yes or no.
Let me. No, you cannot see the sun for the entire video.
Thank you. We're done with this guy.
Fantastic.
Now
Now,
let's
can we
now,
carry
now
on?
let's address the real issue here, that these videos have more than 24 hours of daylight, literally 3 days of daylight. Can we address that now?
Okay, let's address that for the moment. Okay, let me just say this. Okay, on a globe, in the concept that you're saying, there would be a 24-hour circle of the yellow sun in the sky, correct?
Sure, if you wanted to track the sun, sure.
Okay, so the fact that all those 112 don't have that, and the fact that there's only a handful of others that Brian brought up earlier that were from one dude that we've already gone through, and they're looped, and there's clouds that are the same clouds. So to this day, we still don't have an authentic 24-hour sun, the one that you require for your globe Earth model.
But Gio, how on all these videos, how is there almost 3 days of daylight?
You're asking a new question.
That's
a new
the
idea.
new question. Yes, you
Yeah,
might not
like
be able
in
to
New
see the
Zealand-
sun, but there's 3
in New
days
Zealand
of
in the
daylight.
peak of hang on in New Zealand in the peak of the summer we have 15 hours of daytime. That's with the sun like in the sky, but it's actually light all the way through 24 hours of lightness.
But what causes that light?
Well, what causes the daylight is a whole separate topic, but B-Ball, it sounds like you are agreeing that there is no authentic 24-hour with the actual sun in the sky in Antarctica.
The sun is in the sky. You might not be able to see it.
Just in those
you might not be able to see the sun, but there is daylight for more than
Doesn't that
24
piss you
hours.
off though? I mean, doesn't that piss you off that it's
No,
been
it doesn't.
It's been
No, it
6,
doesn't.
7 years we've been demanding this
No, it
because
doesn't.
y'all claim it, and it's not been produced. That doesn't make you a little skeptical?
No, it doesn't.
And then a military, hold on, you're in the military, a military fucking documentary, and an admiral say fucking 9 months of darkness and fucking, and you still can't
Yeah, but
reach
you
in
keep
for a little bit of
going back-
skepticism or at least
you
see
can't-
where we're coming from?
You keep going back to that, but we can't verify that 100%, that 9 months.
You can't verify that
could
it's
be
the sun
No, we
causing the
can't.
light in the sky.
could
Oh,
it be
right.
the
It's
case,
a
Brian
it's
or
a
Bandsaw, that Admiral Byrd was right about 9 months of dark and these videos are real? I don't understand why bringing one up is an exclusion of another.
Well, think about the videos in the north, the northern 24-hour sun. There's literally thousands of them that are authentic. You can literally watch the sun circling you. It's just clear as day. There's no issue with.
You clipped out, Geo. You cut out.
Yeah.
Push to talk. Your finger slipped.
Yo. But I mean, the question still stands. Looking at the videos B-Ball posted, and there's one specifically, I think from December 19th till December 22nd, where for 3 consecutive days there's light out. You know, now you can't see the sun because it's real foggy and cloudy, and there's clearly clouds in the sky blocking it out, but you can see the sunlight. The question stands: where's that sunlight coming from? If
I have
not the sun?
never, ever heard one person deny that there's 24-hour sunlight in the South. Not one. So what are you talking about now?
So how is it possible?
Now
So
the question
now-
is, where is that sunlight? Where's that sunlight coming from?
Yeah,
From the
I've
sun,
seen
right?
Coffee cup caustic, man. Geo showed you and told you earlier.
Exactly. That's
Coffee
one
cup
way.
caustic?
That's
that
one
doesn't
way.
work. That's the problem.
All right. Let's run through that. Yeah, we tried to run through that. B-Ball
with
pulled up
coffee
that
cup-
whole
Now we're gonna-
simulator, and we tried, and it never worked.
Now,
So we're
B-Ball
still back
did it,
at
so
square
it
one.
doesn't work. So let's
With
let's
the,
now move on to how the light works in the sky.
No, I don't want to move on. I want to flesh this out thoroughly. How does
So-
this coffee cup caustic explain a 24-hour sun or 24-hour sunlight at the South Pole? Let's go through this in depth. Don't just say
Because if
coffee
the-
cup
if-
caustic, because that means nothing. Explain
If
it
you
to me.
shine light on a barrier, it wraps around the barrier. That's what the coffee cup caustic is. So if there is a barrier,
And that matches
it's-
reality.
then hold on. It's not a case of if. It will most certain. The question is there a barrier? Because if there is, it'll most certainly refract the light around it. Because we can
Okay.
show
It
that.
doesn't work.
We can show that in a coffee cup up against any barrier, any circular barrier. That's just what happened.
But how is
I
this
love how you got
happening
chickens
where
in the background,
whole
Brian.
There could be other
Antarctic-
methods too. It ain't just
all right,
that.
cool. Cool. Coffee cup caustic. But it looks like this coffee cup caustic only works if you have the sun on the horizon shining on one side. What we have is the sun in the sky, making the whole Antarctic light up. So whatever this coffee cup caustic thing is doing, there needs to be a ring of light. It's not just
What are you
one
saying
half-
you have?
What I'm saying is what
Bro,
we
there's
see-
no reason y'all don't have a
Bro,
24-hour
let me
sun.
finish.
Been waiting for
Jesus
7 years,
Christ.
and all we're getting is fakes.
Jesus, come on, man. Let me finish. So what happens in real life is that it's the edges of your flat Earth that are being lit up for 24 hours. Not half of the flat Earth has light and the other half has dark. Looking at the images Geo reposted just now, you need to have the outside edges being lit up for 24 hours because that is what the Antarctic is on a flat Earth. How does this happen with the coffee cup caustic? Because looking at how this caustic effect works from the source of the light, the other side, which is like, straight across, that is the side that gets lit up. And then you have some part which is in darkness along the outer rim. That can't happen. There can't be any part along your outer rim. Which is in
You
darkness
can't say it
in order
can't happen
for this
because you
coffee
have
cup-
no clue how it works.
But if you look at, I'm looking at the images you guys are posting, and according to
grasping
the image
at straws here, bro.
I'm
posting,
hearing
there's
what
a-
you're saying, and you can't say it can't happen because
Why can't
no
y'all
one
concede?
Right.
knows.
And can you show me? a
Concede,
company-
bro. There's no
can you show
24-hour
me
fucking
a
sun.
coffee cup-
Concede.
Can you show me?
Why can't
a
y'all
coffee
concede
cup
like a real
caustic
man?
Oh
image
my God. Now we're
that
just going to
lights
deny
up
that it's happening.
the outer ring of a circle?
Back to that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First, Rakia said that no one says that it
Nobody
doesn't happen,
denies it.
and now,
A humble fucking man would
amazing.
concede that what we're asking
I
for
didn't
is
say that.
not
I said I
there.
have not heard anyone do it.
Yeah, you just heard it. But I mean, the coffee
No,
cup
I
thing
did.
that
I
you,
still haven't heard.
He just said
Sure,
he just
just
said
said it.
concede. It doesn't happen.
yeah. So the acoustic thing, it doesn't work because I'm in the
Concede
north
it
and I
doesn't
have,
happen.
while there is 24-hour sunlight in the southern hemisphere, there is less than 8 hours over here.
Yeah, because
And
the
I
sun
shouldn't.
is a long way away from you when that's happening.
Yeah, but
The
it's
sun, I
further
bet
away
it's your
from the
winter.
southern hemisphere.
I bet it's your winter.
Yeah, and it's further away.
You're not on the
from
edge of the
my
coffee
I bet the
cup.
sun is lower in your sky.
But it is further away from a point in the south than from me. It has to
It's
be. That's
lower and
geometry.
colder. It's lower and colder, just like it would be if the sun was out toward the Tropic of Cancer. It obeys. It's this is we led with this is an old argument, bro. This is an old fucking argument, and the point is in years later, you still can't show us a 24-hour fucking sun circling.
You can say that
So concede the point like a fucking humble fucking man and move on.
No, we have
It would be good
over
to know.
100 videos of
Does
clear
anybody
sunlight.
know? Does anybody know
But
what
I had a
latitude?
point, but I couldn't get to it because someone.
Yeah, I just want to know what southern latitude would the 24-hour sun go to extreme latitude? Like,
South of the
would it
Antarctic
reach
Circle.
what latitude? What number?
You mean the point that it's
remember now.
dead overhead, or how much the light spreads to?
No, like so. For example, 24-hour sun from Antarctica. How far would you have to go from Antarctica north until you don't have 24-hour sun?
Are you asking what
Oh,
latitude do we stop
that's
seeing
outside.
this?
That's outside the Arctic circles. That's definitionally what the
Yeah,
Arctic
probably.
circles are.
So what's that? How many degrees? 60? Is it?
66.5?
No, Arctic circle
20 or
is within
30.
the whatever. You can work it out actually because it's pi times the tilt, because the tilt is the radius of that circle.
Isn't it 90
There's also a
degrees
really
minus
cool
the tilt?
infographic that explains them all.
Because it would be good to know if there
Isn't
was
it
any other land.
66.5? You say 90
Is there any
degrees
other
minus
land
the
mass
tilt of Earth's axis.
besides Antarctica? Any other land mass that would also get the 24-hour sun, or is it only Antarctica?
It's only inside the Arctic Circle. That's definitionally what the Arctic Circle is. I'll post the graphic for you, which is it's the tilt to the other side of that thing. And the Arctic Circle means at certain times of year, at the most extreme times, you will get either no sun or all sun. To greater degrees, the more towards the middle of it you are.
Look at that. Matches perfectly.
Yeah. So that's how you can expect.
That's the best concession we're gonna get. The best concession we're gonna get is it matches perfectly.
Look at my
Yeah,
chart.
it does
Brian,
match
look
perfectly. And you know what's interesting, Brian? That you and so many people on the flat earth go, oh, it matches so perfectly, as if that's a reason to doubt it. Yeah, that it matches perfectly is my reason to think it's probably the case.
I think the only thing we're really concerned about is
Brian,
that
just
you
look at
claim
my
that
screen.
you claim there would be a 24-hour sun at certain times of the year because it matches perfectly, yet there's no video.
Oh, we just showed you video.
Showing
Holy
loads and
crap,
loads of
dude.
video.
Oh my God!
Y'all
are
I
unbelievable.
get that you wanted to track the sun for the entire 24 hours, Rakia. But what I think is a reasonable thing that Lise and Earth are asking is, can you explain why the sun would be lit up as if the sun is in the sky? We all agree that the daytime is lit up on a cycle by the sun, don't we? So if you're saying we don't know what's causing it because we don't know where the sun is, you need to propose what there is this other magical thing that everywhere else on Earth is the cause of daylight, and we're saying it's probably the cause of daylight, and you're going, but it might not be the sun causing this daylight. It makes no sense unless you've got a reason for making that assumption.
There's a couple reasons it could be, but the honest answer is we don't know. But what we also don't know is that if there's a 24-hour circling sun, because you can't provide it, and we've been waiting for years, and the ones provided that y'all stood down, we pulled apart, bro.
112 examples of it.
Yeah,
It is
I
strange
would
that-
like to know. You go, Bensel.
It is strange that we have hundreds and thousands of 24-hour quote unquote sun footage from the north, and yet none from the south.
Yeah, we just showed a bunch of them. You can deny it all you want.
But Bansal, the one
Here.
I showed you, the time
Listen to
lapse
this guy.
from the south, wasn't that adequate?
B-ball,
No,
you
if
make
you
it
had a 24-hour sun, you could show us a shadow too.
Wait, hang
But-
on. I just want Bansal to answer whether or not
Hold
that
on.
time lapse.
Hold on.
sorry.
I showed him.
I might have missed it.
All right, I'll post it again.
Yeah,
I'll post it again.
and
So
maybe
Brian,
if B-Ball wants to share it so everyone can look at it,
Brian,
let's
if
have
you
a
look
look
at
at
my
it.
if you look at my stream, this is how it works on our model.
So are we supposed to see the sun in the sky? What's the lowest degrees that it should go down to? Like, should we see
Should
it
go
the
below the. It should keep
Well,
going
Nate,
through the sky at 15 degrees an hour. It just appears to get a bit wibbly
there we
towards
go.
the horizon.
B-Ball, can you share the video that
There's a
Nate
bunch of them
has?
already. There's a
B-Ball, is
bunch of
that
them
supposed to
already
be
in the
the
chat.
ocean? I thought it was ice.
Hold on. Nate has just said he has found a video of 24-hour sun at the south. So let's share
Oh, I
it.
thought I'd found it before. Maybe it's one of these ones that people have said.
I'm not. Hey, why are you talking while I'm talking, writing? And let everyone
Wow.
have a look at it.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I
So
thought I'd seen some before.
So share that
Yeah, but
video.
yeah, I just
let's all
posted
have
it again,
let's all
and
have a
then
look
I
at it.
tagged you. It's a time lapse. It's like squished into 1 minute, but you see the sun in the sky the whole video.
Yeah, this is the one that Brian has problems with that he thinks is fake.
Sure, there's
Why?
another one that's 360 VR.
The one with the one with the watch.
Well, that one. I thought that one looked legit to me. I mean, that one where it spins around really quickly and the camera stays tracked on it.
Yeah.
That's a really good demonstration.
Yeah,
Why is
except
that
it's
one
a
fake?
fake.
Is this the one with the alligator clouds?
Wait, the one I'm seeing is a sun over a non-iced ocean. Is what it looks like to me.
What are you looking at, Brian?
Oh, he's watching my stream. This is just Space Engine. This is just showing how it works on our model.
Oh, so this ain't even a video. This is just a computer program.
Yeah.
No,
This
show
is-
the video. No, show
No,
the video
the videos have been
Nate.
all the videos have been posted in the chat. Just scroll up. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, but Bansaw, in his videos, you just see the sun. I mean, you see the sky being lit up for over more than 3 days. You don't actually see the sun itself. And that's why we are posing the question, how do we have the sky lit up for 3 days straight without the sun being there? Just because we can't see the sun, and you would have to pose that it's something else lighting up the sky, if not the sun. That's the issue right now.
The problem was mentioned that there is no 24-hour sun footage from the south, right? And Nate says he has found a video that shows 24-hour sun with the sun in view for 24 hours. So that's the one that you should be showing people, not a computer program. So
Yeah,
pull
but
that one up.
apparently that one has been debunked. I'm hearing now that's the video Brian was talking about where 5 years ago
Oh,
they
that
somehow
one has been
debunked.
debunked. That's the one.
I
that was
don't know.
debunked.
I don't know where the alligator.
That's the one that they claim they debunked.
Yeah, but I don't see any alligator clouds. Like, I'm not sure if this is the correct. This is the same video they were talking about.
I don't know.
Just
Yeah, here's the problem with that. The problem with that is they tried to pull that loop shit, and ballers have conceded to this humbly. Many of them, you know. I don't think I'm going to get any out of any people here tonight, but we've went over this. It wasn't even me. It was just me in the crowd watching ballers concede and be like, no shit, that one's fake, you know, and look for other ones and kind of concede the fucking argument. Whether there is any or not, the ones they presented weren't.
But
and you can't have a cloud come. You can't have a cloud approaching. Listen, you can't have a cloud approaching from hour 21, 22, 23, and then be in hour 1 at the video. And
this is not the same video, because this video it doesn't tell you what the time of day is. It's not the same video. You should watch the video that I posted, Brian. It's not the same video.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, y'all.
Tag you.
Go, Rakia.
Well, I'm just still amazed that you know, in 2022, if the model predicts perfectly that there would be a 24-hour sun in the sky in Antarctica that could be filmed, that there is no legitimate film of this 24-hour sun in the sky.
We're just gonna ignore all the rest of
every time I speak, this guy interrupts, and then that very guy, every time press goes, but there's sunlight, when that is not the question. Thanks, B-Ball. You're the best.
Yeah, so how is there nearly 3 days of light? Let's
That's not the
let's
question.
address that
That's
one.
not the question. That's not the question.
That is a question.
No,
No,
it's not.
there's a video of the
So
sun.
explain the 3 days of light then.
Sun in the sky, actually in the sky for 24 hours. Simple.
Explain the 3
I've
days.
literally
3 days of light.
posted a video with it, guys. Yeah,
3
but I
days
mean,
of
that's
light.
yeah.
Which one is
I
it?
posted a video with the 24-hour sun, and B-Balls posted a video where there's 3 days of consistent light in the sky.
Yeah,
No,
we're
no,
not
we want
worried
to see
about
the sun.
light. We're not worried about light.
So what's the light
Right.
coming from then?
But Banso,
We're
if
not
you have
worried about
3
the light.
consistent
Of course,
days
yeah,
of
don't worry
light,
about the
where's
light,
that
yeah.
light coming from, Banso? Come on, man.
We're not,
You
we're
can't
not
try and
worried about
act
the
like
light.
You can't
Why are you
that
not
is
worried about?
can't whistle
Ben,
past that
can
point.
I ask
Well-
why? What do you think might be lighting up, as if like daytime, if not the sun?
It's not
Do you
Oh
have
my
a reasonable
God.
suggestion of what it
Well,
could be?
What is this?
Where do you think? Where do you think the light is coming from? Riding?
That is the fucking one from Schwartz, man.
That's what we're trying to ask you, Banso. If you guys
Yeah,
think that,
yeah, that's from
that
Schwartz.
you
That's
can have
industry
light
knowledge.
for 3 days
The
straight
light.
without the sun being in the sky, where's the light coming from? Then?
No, the light is obviously coming from
I think I
the
got a better
sun.
one.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No one is denying that. I haven't heard anyone deny that whatsoever.
Then what's the issue? Then that's
Yeah,
evidence of a 24-hour sun, isn't it?
No,
If you
it's
have
not.
No,
How
it's
is
a
it not?
completely-
Alright.
It's a completely different question because you can see light before sunrise and you can see light after sunset with no sun in the sky.
It's somehow energizing the gases in my room.
Right.
Stop.
What do y'all?
So-
what do y'all
so
want? Wait a
Banso-
minute. Hang on.
Banso-
I have a great
And
example
so
right
if it's
now.
if
Can I
there's
finish?
daylight
Can
for
I
3 days
finish?
straight.
Can I finish?
Let
Rocky-
Rakia finish.
I'm
Yeah.
in my bedroom right now. I'm in my bedroom.
Go
It's
ahead.
lit
Go
up.
ahead, Rocky.
The sun has not risen yet.
Mhm.
I'm on the east. I'm on the west side of my house. There's daylight in my room, but there's no
Yeah.
sun.
Okay.
How does that happen?
So let's say it stays like that for 3 days straight.
No, I'm
Are you gonna
asking
tell
you
me
how that
this-
happens.
He doesn't want to answer that
It
one.
happens because the sun is rising. Now, let's say it stays that way for 3 days straight. Are you going to tell me the sun is rising for 3 days?
If the sun stays in the same spot or goes around that
That's a good
area,
one.
and my room would still be lit. How is my room lit without the sun
Because-
shining in it?
Because it's just the
Okay,
light
so
from the
we
sun.
both agree the light is coming from the sun.
We both
The only
agree.
issue
You
is-
have no. I'm saying
Not
the light
necessarily.
area- the sun could be energizing the light that's already in my room, but when the sun goes far enough away,
What?
the light isn't
Energizing the
energized, so
light.
Energizing, yeah.
we have
What
darkness.
does that
right
mean?
now,
All
I
right,
have
hang on.
daylight
Rocket,
in
Rocket,
my
slow up.
room without the sun.
All right, but explain that what you just said. The sun could be energizing the light in your
Like
room.
like there's a magnetic
Like-
field of the
yeah.
earth rotating around, and it's fucking the sun is the focus
Oh.
point of it.
Yeah,
But
don't make
listen,
that
all the
connection.
all the gases up there, you ask a question, then you're gonna, oh my god, right in the middle of me answering. So all the gases up there, fucking or it's a cascade effect. Just like if you take a Tesla coil and you light up a fucking neon light, and then you can make a stream of them, and they'll light each other.
Yeah,
And
what's
the
in
hold on,
neon
the
light?
second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth one are they're not even in range of the Tesla coil. But the fucking energy cascades. Okay, that's why you see
Right, and it
different
doesn't light up
same
the air.
colors in the heterosphere, not the homosphere where we're at, but up higher. When you get closer to the fucking 60-mile mark, there's
Hey,
the
hey,
gas,
Doofus,
the gas
do you-
flares out.
Doofus,
And
do you
it
hear these
fucking,
lyrical
and it's the
gymnastics?
same layers. So
Hold on. Guys, you can hear when people are talking. Don't talk over the top of them. Let them finish their point. All right. But you guys having a conversation between the two of you while Brian is talking makes it hard for people to hear what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I'm answering their question too.
I know.
So
So this is to the whole room, right? Let a person finish their point, right, and then have your say. Go on, Brian.
Yeah, so when we see the sun off in the distance, we get the same colors in the same order every time. And Dan Dimensions has showed that the fucking gases, in order of density, they fucking glow that exact color in that order. And in the heterosphere up high, it's a theory. It's a good one though, that the energy is cascading. So daylight is fucking water vapor, oxygen, nitrogen. They all glow daylight blue. And the thing is in a globe, we would see at a sunrise, we would see them, or a sunset, we'd see them colors, start to form overhead and go off in the distance. We never see them anywhere close to overhead. We only ever see them off in the distance, but they're always in that same order of the gas's density, man, was my point.
And in that Tesla coil example, the Tesla coil is not lighting up the air. It's only lighting up what's inside the tube. So what's lighting up the air?
It's ionizing the gases, the ionosphere.
Right. So in that example where they showed you the tubes full of gases that were being lit up by the Tesla coil was not lighting up the air.
No, when you reduce pressure, okay, when you reduce pressure of the gas in them tubes, like the pressure reduces up high, that's when they cascade, and that's when they do their thing. They fucking ionize, okay? And that energy field is circling around, and the sun is the focal point of that energy field. So you could feel the direct sunlight, but there's, like Rocky is saying, the fucking atmosphere is lit up, man. You could say there's gajillions of fucking photon particles that are mass particles, or you could say what we see, and that's fucking daylight. Look at sunset from an airplane. You see the local sun going off in the distance, man, and the light following behind it. It's fucking, it's a good theory, man.
All right. What I see is when that Tesla is employed, that Tesla coil doesn't light up the air. It only lights up what he's got in his tubes.
It ionizes the gas, bro. You keep saying light up, okay? The different gases, okay? They fucking, it energizes the gases, bro. When they lose fucking, and when you decompress, when you lose pressure, then they start cascading to each other. So in other words, the neon tubes that aren't even in range of the Tesla coil activate from the previous light. It spreads. The chain reaction.
Can I try and steel man this argument so I can make sure I understand it?
Yeah, well, you do that while I post a video of better showing what I'm trying to explain.
It sounds to me like Leeson Beeble were asking the question about 24-hour sun in the southern hemisphere, and there was, I guess, different views. Some that nobody denies that there's 24-hour sun down there, and then some saying we want to see the sun, not just the light in the sky, not just the daylight getting bright as if daylight. And now it seems that we're suggesting that maybe due to some sort of energy transfer with gas or something, it might explain why we see that brightness in the sky, and it may not be just straight sunlight like it is elsewhere, because we don't have any evidence that's not the case. So it could be that it's ionized air or some sort of gas. Is that close to the gist? I know it's a few different people I'm asking, so it's a few different opinions.
Yeah, that's pretty close. And I'd like to ask you, Eggshells. Eggshells, you're legit. You have a brain to think for yourself. Have you ever known of any
poisoning
claim?
the well? Oh, what a motherfucker!
I don't think
Have
he
you
was
not?
being rude.
Boy, just let him continue.
They can't help themselves. Have you ever heard of any claim, especially an extraordinary claim that isn't videoed in 2022? Can you name another? Like my claim is there. Your claim is B-Ball's claim is there's 24-hour sun in the sky in Antarctica, but there's no video, right?
Another one.
Do you know of any other?
An 8-inch dick. Lack of video of my 8-inch dick doesn't really shift much the likelihood that I've got an 8-inch dick. I mean, I just don't. But that's not more or less likely whether I film it or not.
No, I'm talking about a
which
claim
is if
that
we're talking about a really obvious phenomena, we probably would expect to see footage of it. I get the argument. I think there is some merit to it. I just think it only works. It only works if you throw out this guy who uploads the videos daily and other time-lapse videos of it. I've uploaded a VR video of it. So if you go, except for all the videos, wouldn't you expect to see some videos? I would expect to see some videos, and we do see videos. That doesn't mean we both agree on their authenticity. I think they're probably legit.
There's another one.
I went
I just posted Daylight versus sunlight. They're definitely two different things, you know.
I've been trying to, we're not saying they're exactly the same thing, but I mean, daylight is just typically caused by the sun everywhere else.
But the point is,
I've been wanting to say is try and get this in for a bit. I actually met at my uncle's funeral, which just happened last week. A woman who I knew, like they were close friends with her, and I was like, "Where have you been?" She was an artist with, embedded with, like if you called it embedded with scientists, and she just went to Antarctica, and she went to not Casey Station. Some other one, and gave a talk one night. I don't fuck knows why they had an artist down there with them, but that's her story. So I think that it's a less extraordinary claim than space. I think it does seem like people go there.
Did they? No one's claiming they don't go there. What is straw man? Does she have a video of her speech? I'm sure she does, right? Someone videoed it, right?
I didn't ask her for that, but.
Yeah, I would say everything's videoed now.
We've got another video here from the University of New South Wales. It just seems that I guess from my perspective, it just seems the two main strategies are there aren't enough videos or the videos are fake. And to be saying both at the same time, we do have videos that keep getting posted in the chat. There's one from Uni of New South Wales, which is where I went for like 6 months, at 27 past the hour. There's 26 past the hour. I posted one further up, 20 past the hour. There's
but what's in contention?
There's no videos, but we're going, here's another video, here's another video.
You keep pumping 24-hour daylight videos. What's in contention is the sunlight. Nobody in here is contesting that there's 24-hour daylight in Antarctica. We're talking about the sun, the circle of the little yellow thing we call the sun in the sky. And that's the thing that's in question. And there's a very small number of those, and we have gone through them with a fine-tooth comb. Okay. And they are definitely not solid. They could be debated whether some people think they're more legit than others. But what Rakia was mentioning, which I think is a good point, is why don't we have thorough amounts of videos that are not questionable of that phenomenon? If it's
that's real. The thing. You can't both say that aren't questionable. I could question anything. There is no limit to what. There are many things in these rooms that people question that other people have personal experience that negates it. There are many people on many sides of these issues that are like, like when people are like, hypnosis is fake, and I'm like, I'm qualified in hypnosis. It's clearly not fake. You just don't know what you're talking about.
But do you know why we're not questioning the ones in the north? Because the footage that's given in the north 24-hour sun are not sketchy. They're solid.
It's because you don't have a reason to question them. All you're saying is, I want something that's beyond question. But of course, you're going to question something that totally fundamentally disproves your worldview. Like let's look at one here. It doesn't give you 24 hours of sun. You're absolutely right. It's a 16-second clip from the uni that I went to. What it shows is not a 24-hour sun. What it does show is very interesting, though. There's the flat, straight horizon. And then the sun goes overhead. It's got a timestamp in the top corner. The noticeable thing about the sun, and the shadows describe its path quite nicely on the ground, the interesting thing about the sun is it just goes horizontally. It flies overhead. It doesn't go up and down like it does every other day, everywhere else on Earth. It goes...
If I was a globe earther that somehow felt like I needed to go defend my globe, if I was a globe earther, I would be sitting here right now and saying, you know what, guys? Yes, I believe it's a globe and this and that, but the footage we have of this 24-hour something in Antarctica is profoundly lacking. I don't know why it's lacking. I'm not really sure. Maybe I would say, well, maybe there's just not as many people down there. Maybe you could try to make some excuses. But I'm just saying, even if I believe the globe and I really wanted to push it on, and defend it, I would be very easily able to admit, you know what, we really don't have very solid footage of it. Maybe let's do a GoFundMe. Let's figure something out. Let's put some words out to these military people. Let's try to get better footage.
So the one I just posted is from September 8th of 2021. It's from the same location as the other one, and it's the sun in the sky for more than 24 hours.
Here's another one with the watch in it again. Like this is the weird thing. Is you guys are arguing like it's fishy that there's not much evidence, but we are showing you hundreds and hundreds of videos. Like,
no, you're not showing hundreds. That is ridiculous, guys. And the way you're laughing,
videos are like, here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one.
There must be millions of people in Antarctica, because every time I come on to Geos or somewhere like that, one of these guys who are always talking, pushing the narrative, have a close relative or a friend or an uncle that lives there, been there, worked there. It's amazing. Must be millions of people there.
People go there because it's not that weird. It's a place.
Yeah, but none of them have a
interesting things in
24-hour
interesting
sun
places.
video,
I would
do
know.
they?
I'm one of them.
Here's my point. Let me say my point. My point is he could be in the fucking Arctic without seeing that sun going counter fucking clockwise around the sky for 24 hours, then I don't believe it. Okay, because here's why. It's not skepticism for nothing. Let me finish. I'll make it quick. But I got a healthy skepticism because of the shit they tried to show us was a fake. And when they tried to show us, the worst one was the fucking reverse Arctic. That was fucking dirty. Okay. And here's the thing. So if they can't show, there's plenty of places on Earth where you could show 24 hours of daylight. Okay. But if you're not showing a 24-hour sun, you're not proving you're in fucking Antarctica, bro.
No, hang on. Hold up there, Brian. Are there plenty of places on Earth? Because I've lived near the equator for a while. I lived in Mumbai for like almost 5 years.
The Arctic.
Are there really places? Okay. The Arctic's where?
The Arctic, up north.
Okay,
yeah.
up north. Is there anywhere else where days, where it is claimed by people that days start getting longer?
Yeah, everywhere. My day is longer now.
Would we agree that people claim that their
bro,
days...
just concede, let's move on, bro.
Here's another one of the sun going horizontally.
I'm in the United States. My day is longer right now.
Sure. Yeah. Within proportion to your latitude, right? Latitude
The thing is
Circle.
about Antarctica, right, is there's all snow down in Antarctica. And like even if you take a video of the sky at nighttime, you can still see the silhouettes of the mountains and the trees and the houses, right? You can see the silhouette. So what's that light behind the silhouette? And if you're in Antarctica and it's all snow, that's fucking a giant reflector. So you're gonna have an effect like daylight, even if the sun's not exactly over the horizon.
Here's an
All right, but what about the footage that was
thought
posted?
about.
Yeah,
This is
what
the
about the
flag
footage that was
raising ceremony
posted
when the
that's
sun comes
tracking
back.
the sun as it goes around?
Yeah, there's two of those.
And not
Sorry,
only
that
that,
track the sun, and there's another one that's VR that you can track it
what
yourself.
Brian was talking about earlier was Jeranism in the video, but debunking, and it was very clear that the shadows on the flags, it was on a loop.
Oh, I'm watching a sun raising ceremony where they're welcoming the sun back because it gets dark and it gets bright. As Admiral Byrd, if Admiral Byrd was right, then that suggests we're on a pole, right? 9 months seems like a long time, but it's certainly, there is only one other place on Earth where we experience more than a day-night cycle more slowly than 24 hours, and it's only in the Arctic circles. So even if we take Admiral Byrd for his word, it might fundamentally upset how long it takes the Earth to orbit the sun, but it certainly seems to suggest that there's a south celestial.
That's disingenuous. It could be two different effects.
Two different
Well,
effects. It could be.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you're on a flat plane and you're covered by something that's holding in our atmosphere and that's creating some type of energy field or magnetic field or whatever it is, then in the North Pole, if that energy field is higher, and in the south it gets closer to the edges, then the energized would be different. The effects would be different. In the north, in the north, as the sun gets closer in its loop, in its path, you would have more daylight during the day. There would become a time where
it's under contention. In the north.
Just go ahead, man. Hey, every time I talk, just go ahead and interrupt. It really doesn't matter. No matter. Are you smart? Are you smart?
I'm just saying that if we can, I'm happy for you to talk.
So you're doing it on purpose then. You're smart enough. You're claiming to be smart. So you must be doing it on purpose then.
I'm sorry, Raquel, you can finish. I beg your pardon.
So as the sun moves away from the north, if it's circling the north, as it moves away, you would predict that the days there would be more darkness because the sun is further away, the light source, and it would get colder because the heat source is also the light source. However that works. If it's just a correlation, if that yellow dot in the sky is our heat and light source, then it would correlate, wouldn't it? Yes. Well, that's what we see in the north. In the south,
it would correlate. No. If that was a question, no. I think what I would expect to see is the sun moving between the tropics, always having a subsolar point, a GP which was within those 2 points, and that could create a very predictable point at which there was an Arctic and an Antarctic. What it
Yeah,
sounds
that's
like you're
what we
saying,
think.
which you said I was correctly steelmanning, is essentially there could be a different cause for the same effect. It could be appearing to be an Arctic very similar to the one in the north, but it could be
Yeah,
for
then
a totally different reason.
wouldn't we expect trees and shit the same way? One effect, if there is no sun, there's 9 months of
Are there
darkness.
trees at the North Pole?
We would expect no trees around 65, 70. We expect them to start dying off similar to the north. But what
I don't expect that.
there, you just don't want to see. I mean, the way you behave,
By the smart guy must be doing it
the
on
way,
purpose.
the way
He's
they
so
behave,
smart.
man, and won't concede, fucking humble themselves, dude. I know there's Glovers out there who would quickly fake bullshit because we've already caught the motherfuckers doing it.
Right. Ecology is not going to be a helpful topic for you, though, Brian. Don't go into ecology.
It's interesting that they gave us the what ad hoc was it? The one where the light bends in the because of the glass or something. That doesn't work because I would be close to the middle of the glass and I would see the light every time, all the time, for 24/7.
Here's
What
another
about
one that
those
tracks it
videos,
horizontally. I
Brian?
haven't seen it. Or maybe that has been posted.
Brian, what about the videos of those flags and the shadows that Jeranism talked about in 2015? It was on a loop.
Yeah. He recorded the lady. He recorded the phone call, and the lady said that when because the reason they cut off, okay, and it looped for a couple of years. The reason that they cut off every night or when they cut off was to save space. They did that when it got dark outside. So 2 years,
Right, the
almost
person
2
they
and a
were
half
talking
years
to was
passed.
not at the South Pole.
24-hour sun, bro. So and that was McMurdo Station. Y'all missed the bus, bro.
The person Jeranism was talking to was not at the South Pole. They were at a different location.
They were at McMurdo Station, bro.
That's incorrect. The person on the phone
No,
was
it's
in
not, man.
it was off the coast of Australia.
Oh shit, Jerry, we're at fucking McMurdo Station, bro.
The person Jeranism was talking to on the phone was not at the South Pole.
Wow, my oh my! So they weren't even at the South Pole.
So the video
it's
that
not
he
the
was
video
talking about
I've
was
been
him at the
posting.
South Pole. Congratulations, still no
Oh, look up.
24-hour sun.
Hold on,
So
look
then
up
this
McMurdo
video,
Station.
this
Look
time
up
lapse at
McMurdo
McMurdo
Station.
Station is
Hold on,
legit.
look up McMurdo Station. You'll see that same circle of fucking flags as where they fucking had the 24-hour camera. That was McMurdo fucking Station.
Did you post your video?
Video,
They
the
don't
video
have
is
that
Now
on
your
the
video
station,
is up for.
but the
it's like up
woman
for dispute.
who he was talking to wasn't there.
This video of yours sounds sketch, Brian. Could you post a link to it?
So what? The woman wasn't at the South Pole, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that she doesn't know what she's talking about when it comes to the footage and the cameras that are there.
Right, she's talking about her cameras,
but
which
it-
are not at the South Pole.
And it also means the video B-Ball just posted, Banso. That video is fine then. It's not the video that's been doctored or
Yeah, B-Ball's video is perfect. Yeah, it shows sunlight, not the sun. Awesome.
Yeah, 24 hours time lapse.
It was the sun.
Yeah, of sunlight.
It's perfect. Thank you. It's sun.
Yeah, there's another one.
Oh,
here,
you're
another
talking about the one
360
that's from the
camera.
bunk?
This
It
is the
just
weirdest
posted it.
conversation. I feel like we are posting video after video after video, kicking these goals so cleanly through the center of the posts, and I'm so astounded. Like, there has been a reluctance to look at any one of these videos, but we spent 45
Yeah, they're not even watching the
minutes-
videos.
They're not watching any of them, but they
How the
spent
frick
45
do you
minutes
know
about
I'm not
other
watching the video?
conversations they've had about other videos. Like, oh, we debunked these other ones, we smashed these other ones. I think Bansal said it right. Debunk these ones. Like, just pick anyone off the list and show us these alligator.
You
caves,
mean in
and
the
we have
20
a
seconds
conversation.
or 30 minutes that we've had them? Yeah, don't worry. Just hey, be patient because there
I posted
is
one
no
that was 16 seconds. That's pretty good, right?
Go ahead. You done?
Sure, beg your pardon.
Yeah, be patient, right? You just posted it. If it's legit, it will be proven legit. If it's debunkable, it's easily debunkable.
Guys, how about Coriolis?
Right,
Oh
but
my
have
God.
any of you looked at the videos that myself and B-Ball have been posting?
I'm looking at the one that
Oh, they're automatically fake because Earth is flat.
No, shut up.
The one I posted was really good.
They have to be
Hold
fake.
on. I was talking, right? I'm looking at the one now that B-Ball just posted, and there's a cut right in the middle of it. All right, so that's debunked
Oh,
straight away.
that makes it fake. Yep, that makes it fake.
Can throw that one out straight
Yep,
away.
that makes it
What
fake.
about the one I posted, Banso? Did you watch that
Nate,
one?
I haven't
watch
got
the one I
to yours
posted?
yet. Okay,
Oh my
okay, I haven't got to
God.
yours yet. Yours seems a little better than the one B-Ball posted. All right, I will give you that. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
let's analyze that one.
Okay.
Which
So
I
what's
said
wrong?
about, I said about that about 20 minutes
What about the
ago.
one that Doofus posted?
Oh,
Here, I
what
posted
about
it,
the
yeah.
one Nate posted?
I think it's
Big
amazing
Doofus
that
post.
it's 2022 and we have no
Okay.
evidence of day and night cycle in the North Korea. There's not a
I would
single
say
video of
Doofus's
day and
one
night
is.
cycle in North Korea.
Heads up, I want to claim it first.
I
Like someone
guarantee
else
if that
claimed the
happens,
black.
you can find a video of it.
Someone else claimed the black
No.
swan already. So when we debunk this video, it's going to be called the Black Sun.
Right. So let's look at Doofus's video because it's the shortest. You know, it's like 28 seconds. It's a 24-hour sun. It's time
Yours
lapse.
is better. Yours is better.
No, Doofus is actually better.
No,
Yeah,
why?
because his is
It's
shorter,
shorter.
Banso.
Who cares if it's shorter? Yours
It's-
goes for a minute. Big whoopie do.
Yeah, his is
It's a
better
minute.
though.
All right, it's the same thing. They both showing the same thing. So what's wrong with the videos we've posted?
Whatever.
I mean, let's pull them apart, Banso. What's wrong with them? There's no cuts, no CGI.
And you're looking at the sun for 24 hours.
How do we know there's not two suns?
Oh, right. Yeah. That's what we forgot.
This is becoming a comedy.
You get a son. You get a son. Everyone gets a son.
Yeah, you prove that there's not two suns. Prove it.
We
Well,
can't. That's
prove a
the point.
negative.
Yeah,
Prove
we
to me
don't
that
need
the
to
Earth
actually
isn't a
provide
cube.
evidence for a positive claim that you're making.
Because there's not two shadows. That's why there's not two suns. There you go.
Yeah, prove to me
It's
that
not-
there
he's
is no
right.
universe.
No, stop. He's right. It is not possible to prove there is not two suns. If with the standard
Yeah.
set in these conversations, it is not possible to disprove that. You are absolutely right, and that is food for thought for all of us.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's not upon us to provide evidence for the positive claim that was made either.
Just
Prove to me that the sun isn't the cause for daylight.
Yeah. And that's what that case has also been made. That's not even a parody, right? That's something that somebody said earlier today.
Yeah.
It
That's
could be a different.
what
cause
these
for
guys
daylight,
actually
it's
saying.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy said it, and
I
then
can
Brian
show that
posted
it's
a
the
whole
sun.
5-minute
Hold
video.
on, I posted the
about-
video.
about plasma. Yeah, I watched that video.
Yeah, I posted the video
It
about
was
10, 15
interesting.
minutes ago.
Yeah, it was interesting, but it was nonsense. You know, the video is saying apparently there's the difference between sunlight and daylight is caused by plasma. And he
You look
doesn't
at-
even go into,
okay, so you didn't watch
an
it.
explanation as to what plasma is, as to what the gases are that are being excited. to
Demonstrates
create
it, bro.
this Plasma.
You're not being honest, or you didn't watch the whole thing. He demonstrates it. Then
I
he
watched
shows
it.
you.
In
Hold on.
the
Then
beginning,
hold on.
he
Then he
didn't
shows you.
demonstrate anything. I was busy talking, Brian. I was busy talking. You were muted.
Yeah. Then it was my turn, and you cut me off immediately.
It was not your turn. I was not done talking. All I did was reference the video you posted, Brian. I did not finish talking. I was still talking. When the video you posted in the beginning, as a demonstration, what he does is he has these bulbs, I'm guessing with noble gases in them, and he puts them close towards a Tesla coil, and then they light up.
Yeah, and he
That's
shows the
proven.
color of each one. He demonstrates the fucking daylight color of water vapor, of oxygen and nitrogen. Okay. Then he shows the densities of the fucking gases, and then shows the colors of the atmosphere. Then he shows you high altitude fucking footage of of the sun setting off in the distance, how it's local. Okay. And there's plenty of evidence, and that's not the only video. He brings other evidence and demonstrations, man. The sun could be fucking it could be photons bouncing around everywhere, but to me it looks like that it's the field that circles around, and the focal point of that shit is the sun, but the daylight stretches well beyond.
You didn't get that from video, Brian, but I'm gonna watch it again. Maybe there's something I missed. I don't know. Let's start off with
No,
the whole
hey,
space
when you go to that
ghost
channel,
thing.
look at the video right above it and the one right below it, and that are related. And he's got other demonstrations and shit, man. It's interesting if nothing else.
I mean, he has
Which
these.
doesn't help in the case of the video where we can see the sun all the way around.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's a local sun. You see it when it sets from up in an airplane. You see it bringing the light with it. You see a fucking a circle of fucking. Light, a local circle of light, and what you see,
When we see the sun going all the way around.
93 million mile sun is in our reality. There's nothing about our reality that shows a 93 million mile sun. It's fucking local, bro.
Oh, I know.
There's nothing in this video that says the sun is local.
There's also nothing in our reality that says we've got two suns, but nobody from the flat Earth stepped up and said, "Come on, we've only got one sun."
Yeah, no, I know
We're setting that
I
as
know
a
the answer.
standard.
Yeah, it's because it's a concave Earth.
Oh,
You've gone concave, have you? Oh, this is news.
Also, yeah, Brian, in this video, there's nothing that says the sun is local. All it's saying is that basically, I don't want to call it the terminal line, but basically when sunlight starts to recede and nighttime comes, it's trying to say that this is a plasma field. And we apparently call this plasma field daylight. And apparently it has a reach further than sunlight. That's what he's saying in the video. Not saying the sun is local or this, that, and the third, unless maybe that's what he means with when you put all of his videos together. But just this video in isolation, all he's talking about is daylight being a plasma field.
You guys are talking about 24-hour sun, and the video that Nate posted.
Pinpoint asteroids in orbit, then hurl y'all thousands of miles an hour towards it.